It's that little voice in your head that will not only create a business that will be sustainable and thrive, but it can also save your freaking life. Hey, my name is Marie, and I am a nervous system coach, and I have gone rogue from a therapist. And I love to help fempreneurs build a business of their dreams and sustain it and live the life that they want to. So I'm going to teach you about those little moments in your head where you hear this voice that's telling you to do something and how that connects to your autonomic nervous system and why you need to invest in this system right now. So 2 weeks ago, I had a little baby, a boy named Leonhardt. We call him Leo. And it was a planned C-section. It went really well. I got out of the hospital 2 days later. Everything was great. I was feeling on cloud nine because my first experience with my 3-year-old daughter now was very terrifying, and I was in the hospital for 9 days, preeclamptic, septic, and my uterus tore during an emergency C-section. Not fun. So I was riding a high. Well, come to find out, a few days later, after leaving the hospital with my son, I started feeling really bad. I didn't want to get off the couch. I was feeling really lethargic, and something was wrong. On about day 2 of feeling like this, I had gotten up in the morning, feeling very sluggish, lethargic again, and I looked at my nightstand where my watch is, and I thought to myself, I think that I should put on my watch. And I did, because I thought in my head, there was a little voice that told me I need to be tracking my heart rate today. I have never in my life thought this before since owning this watch for the last 3-4 years. So about an hour later, I'm just laying on the couch watching a movie and peacefully just doing so. And my watch beeps at me. I'm like, holy moly. So my watch is now saying that my heart rate is between 123 and 131. It's jacked, and I'm just laying there. And then it says I'm going in AFib, which is not great. So I call my neighbor over, who's a nurse. She takes one look at me. She says, you need to go to the hospital now. So I call my OB. She's able to get me in. I go see my OB, and by that time, I couldn't open my eyes. My head was down and I was drooping. I had 101.5 fever. She takes me immediately to the emergency room, and guess what? I have toxic shock syndrome, they find out 5 days later. I'm a carrier of strep A, and it got into my bloodstream after they opened me up for my cesarean. I would have died had I not listened to that voice in my head to go to the hospital. Most of us, when we hear that voice in our head, we use the part of us called the protector part of logic, our brain, to fill in the blanks of why we need to not go to the hospital. This happens all the time. I live in Oregon, and many years ago, there was a shooting in Clackamas at the mall. Many of you might have heard about this. And there was a young woman that actually saw the shooter carrying a bag of guns into the mall. Now, what did she do? She didn't call 911, and I'm not shaming her for this, but she did what a lot of us do. She filled in the blanks using her logic, saying, oh, maybe they're just filming a movie, instead of using that intuition to say something is wrong here. And this intuition is called self-led energy. And the more that you connect with your autonomic nervous system and learn to heal it, the more you will embody that self-led energy that children start out with, because you are a ball of light when you are younger, and suddenly things start to happen where you feel things like shame, embarrassment, where people get really angry at you and make you feel like something is wrong with you, that you start to carry these beliefs with you that tamper down that light and that self-led energy that you don't know what you're talking about. This is the energy that you want. And because of the years I have spent not only cultivating this for myself, but teaching this to my clients to help them grow their business, it not only sustained my life, kept me here, because dead CEOs don't thrive, real talk, it's allowed me to bounce back super hard. I was just in the ICU, and now I'm here looking pretty good on my front porch working. I have 2 children, and I'm feeling really good. that didn't happen 3 years ago after I left the hospital with PTSD. No PTSD this time, and that's because I have invested in my autonomic nervous system, and that's why you need to too. So, in honor of this celebration of life, I'm actually going to be dropping something super special that I've never done before. And if you'd like more information on this special news that I'm dropping, it's going to be an offering that's going to get you down that path of understanding your nervous system and how to manifest whatever you want in 2023 in your business and your life to thrive. You're going to want this. This is going to be an incredible offer. If you'd like this offer and you want to hear more about it, drop a purple heart in the comments below and I will shoot you a message. And I cannot wait to connect. And I'm just so glad to be here. Can't cage a dragon. Marie's back.